dugsiga boardingka iyo maalinlaha ah ee Amano Boarding and Day School.
Hello, it's me, Teacher Hussein. Welcome back, Class 8. Today, we're going to start a new topic of science, which is about water. This topic is very important, so I want you to pay attention to all the bits and parts that I will be explaining down the course, right? So we will start with conservation of water. Water is essential for all living organisms, and this conservation is therefore very essential, right? This conservation is very essential. Water is essential for all living organisms, whether it's human being, whether it's animals, whether it's plants, whether it is microscopic organisms that we cannot see with our naked eye, like the bacteria, like the fungus, like the protozoa, and these others. So it is important for all living organisms, right? Therefore, its conservation is very important. It's essential, meaning it's very important for all of us to take good care of the water resources that we have, right? Now let's come to the percentage abundance of water across the globe. 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. It's covered by water. The rest 30% is earth, land, right? But 70% of that is almost 2/3 of the Earth's surface is covered by water. It's covered by water. 90% of this 70, 97% of this 70 is salt water. It's salty water. If you taste it, it's very salty. And it is where? It's in the seas, in the oceans, and sometimes in some rivers and lakes, right? Some rivers and lakes. So 70%, 97% of this 70% of this water is salt water. Of the remaining 3%, so 100 minus 97 is 3%, right? So of the remaining 3, only 1% is available as fresh water, which is safe to drink. So all the water we have, only 1% is safe to drink. So this is again the percentage of water. This is the percentage of water. So 97% is in the oceans, and not only in the oceans, in the seas. It's salt water, right? It's salt water. Salt water. 97% salt water. 3% is fresh water. Of this fresh water, only 1% is accessible surface water. That's safe to drink, right? That's safe to drink. Okay. Water conservation. There are different methods of conserving water. We have different methods of conserving water. These methods help human beings and animals in the dry season and the time of drought and famine. Right? When you conserve water, that water will be readily available when there is no water. During the dry season, when it's not raining, that's when you make use of the water you have conserved. If water is not conserved, it is wasting, results in negative impact on human life. It will negatively impact us. It will have a bad effect on human. It also has a bad effect on plants. It also has a bad effect on animals. That's to say, it has a negative impact on every living being on earth. Humans, plants, animals, and others. Deforestation. This is a great problem that brings about loss of water on the earth, and it is very much practiced in our country and elsewhere in Africa. It's very much practiced, and it's a very bad practice. We need to stop it. Right? What is it? What is deforestation? This is the removal of the trees and the forest. This is the removal of the trees and the forest. Removal of the trees and the forest. Forest means the bush, you know. This is a dangerous activity. It's widely practiced in our country nowadays, right? It's widely practiced in our country nowadays, right? Water conservation. So we need to take some steps to counterbalance the deforestation. For us to stop deforestation of water, or the removal of water and the removal of plants from the surface of the earth, we need to take some steps. Among the steps is community mobilization. We know that plants are being cut and cleared by people, and these are part and parcel of the community. So we need to launch campaign against the removal of water. So we do this through community mobilization. We mobilize, right? We mobilize our community, particularly in the rural areas where this problem is very much pendant. We will also, the government should introduce laws that are prohibiting deforestation. Yes, it's one of the prime responsibility of our government to take good care of our environment, right? So the government should enact and produce laws and regulations that are prohibiting the clearance and removal of plants unnecessarily from the surface of the earth. That will help solve this problem. Environmental organizations should take part in preventing deforestation. There are international and local NGOs or non-governmental organizations that usually work in the field of environmental conservation. This also need to be put into the team and work with all the people that are involved in conserving our environment. A nationwide afforestation campaign should be launched. Yes. Okay, we will see what afforestation means, which is planting of trees. So that has to be nationwide. We have to, everybody should get involved in planting trees, because a lot of trees are being removed and bushes are being cleared. So to have good number of forests and plants in our country, this program has to be launched. Afforestation. What's afforestation? Afforestation is the planting of trees on a site or a place which was previously devoid of plants. There is deforestation, there is afforestation, and there is reforestation, which is not here. Deforestation, we said, is the removal of plants. Afforestation is what? Planting plants in a place where there were no plants ever, right? Ever. Which was very devoid. Devoid means it never had plants, right? So now you are going to plant that trees now, right? Now. Okay. And reforestation is replanting. For example, you had a push there of a couple of years back, but somebody came in and cleared it. Now you're going to plant that trees again. So that's reforestation, right? That's reforestation. Okay. So these are the reasons for, these are the main reasons of afforestation, right? Village or town shelter provides, we will see this one by one in our next class. It provides towns or villages shelter. It shelters them, right? It's that sand dune fixation. For example, if the place does not have trees, there usually comes the build-up of very huge amounts of sand. So that sand has to be fixed, and usually we do that by planting trees, right? By planting trees, right? Windbreaks, it also serves as a windbreak, right? As a windbreak. In that sense, it prevents the soil erosion, and it also serves as a barrier of wind from the villages and towns and these areas and farms. Okay. Live fencing, right? Fencing is to put, a fence around a house or a field or a place. So you instead of cutting trees and making that fence or maybe building a wall, you can plant trees in a circular or rectangular or triangular, right? Or triangular. Okay.